Store Parkland NRP in adhesive at a minimum temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 20 degrees Celsius, for 24 hours prior to installation. Ensure substrate, wall panels, and surrounding areas are clean and dust-free. Damp wipe the substrate if dust is present, and prime joint compounds with a latex-based primer. HVAC must be continually operated for a minimum of 72 hours at a temperature of no less than 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 20 C, prior to installation. Be sure to run the HVAC for an additional 48 hours after the installation is complete. Now, identify which substrate you are installing over. Is it a smooth wall surface or concrete walls? For smooth wall surfaces, you may install either 1/16 inch or 1/8 inch Parkland NRP sheet products. For installation over concrete walls, use only 1/8 inch Parkland NRP. This heavier gauge sheeting will smoothly bridge the gap over any unevenness in the concrete wall surface. Now it's time to lay out the project with a laser level or strike a chalk level line on the wall. We're going to check for unacceptable locations of panel seams, trim pieces, or wall openings. It's easy to protect from overspray with either a spray shield, drop cloths, or paper masking. Shake the aerosol can well. Remove the blue safety tab just like this. Then hold the can upright approximately 10 to 12 inches horizontally from the substrate, aim, and pull the trigger. Move can back and forth, spraying smoothly and evenly. This is the correct spray pattern. Make note of the reference coin for scale. Spraying in a sweeping motion may result in an inconsistent spray pattern. If overspray does occur, it may be removed with a damp cloth while the adhesive is still wet. Allow the adhesive to dry until there is no adhesive transfer when lightly touched. High humidity and/or low temperature increases the tack time. Open time after application is about 2 hours. While it's open, ensure that the adhesive is not contaminated by dust. Wipe the sheet back gently with a clean, damp cloth. For non-full-size sheets, pre-cut with a hooked blade. Dry fit to ensure the proper size and keep 1/4 inch minimum above the finished floor. Trim dividers are to be a 1/16 of an inch minimum above base moldings. If this is a wall-to-ceiling installation, then pre-trim the top edge of the panel to allow for that 1/16 inch gap, and then pre-apply the cap moldings to the panels prior to placement in adhesive. Then you're going to want to strike plumb lines along the wall every 4 feet as a reference guide for panel alignment. You're going to want to start at one end of the wall and work along the wall to the opposite side. Roll the sheet to the adhesive with a pressure roller. Do not roll 6 inches of the sheet along each edge where the divider molding is to be placed. Slide the divider moldings on each sheet end as you work along the wall from one end to the other. Optional use of a 2-piece divider moldings makes the installation much easier. Be sure the divider moldings are fully secured to the wall with the adhesive. And if this is a water-resistant application, then you want to seal each divider and panel molding with Parkland sealant as it is mated to each panel. Remove excess adhesive with a rag and appropriate solvent. Leave a 1/16 inch gap between the sheets, trim pieces, and any building components. Inside corners, leave a 1/16 inch gap including trim. Apply the corner trim to the uninstalled NRP sheet, then place into the corner against the previously installed NRP sheet. For tight wall areas where there's no room for proper spray pattern, you're going to want to use the Parkland panel adhesive with the standard 1/16 inch V-notch trowel over a sealed surface. If you cannot seal the wall prior to installation, then you're going to have to use a 1/8 inch V-notch trowel to provide the appropriate adhesive strength. Pre-apply top and end moldings as per regular installation. Now for sheet installation over concrete walls, make sure you use the 1/4 inch by 3/16 inch square notch trowel, not the V-notch trowel. Use this trowel to apply the Parkland panel adhesive directly to the back side of the sheet. Apply the NRP sheet to the wall surface and adjust the position as necessary. Apply Parkland pin rivets along the edges as necessary to keep the sheet from moving as you work along the wall. Drill 1/4 inch holes, that's the G-size masonry bit, for the pin rivet retainers. Select the pin nail locations per approved architect specification, or select one of the 4 approved Parkland NRP pin nail patterns. If you're adding Duro-based chair rail and outside corner trim to a Parkland NRP wall installation, then cut the panel to size, leaving a 1/16 inch gap at both ends, and mechanically fasten to the wall every 16 to 24 inches. Use a thin putty knife to separate sides of the divider molding and the notch for the Duro-based trim. Now you want to apply fasteners to the base in an alternating pattern to ensure the base will not rotate or sag out of location. For outside corner trim, fasten with screws. Please recycle the aluminum can according to state and local federal regulations.